Some think that there is a tension between good and evil, and kind of balance if you will, but that is wrong. The mind tries to stand, and as it does, it gets lightheaded, overwhelmed, and falls. That's a better way to see it. So there is a bias, with that being to stand, to stabilize, to feel good. There's no need to have an evil entity. Good undoes itself. The action of trying to become whole creates a whole. It's a constant cycle that loops back on itself. The beginning is the end. It's one journey that seems to come from darkness into light as light triumphs. That's how it feels, well, until the fall. When I speak of the hell of the core, some are confused. They think God equals joy, but that is not so. Joy equals joy, God equals truth. That's the problem with the religious. They're all in denial of the world that is their lesson plan. A religious man will sit in his sacred temple and pray in the time of an earthquake. Please God, I've been good, spare me this cup and will be even gooder. Surely he will accept death. Rejoice that he'll be able to sit at the table of whatever prophet he kisses the ass of. Meanwhile, anyone with any savviness is running for open spaces so that nothing can fall on them. Such a blind faith and denial of the truth, despite the endless stories of atrocities that keep happening time and again. Evil is a word that implies blame, and yes, you can blame if someone's done bad thing to you. For whatever reason they do it. But there is no absolute evil. We don't need it. We can fall over all by ourselves quite adequately. And again, it's only arrogance and ego that invents a devil. When you understand, you can see the reality of the situation. Bad things happen to people all the time. If there were no badness in creation, then it could not manifest in reality. There is no place called hell per se, but there sure is a hellish state of being. Because I've been there. Hell is enlightenment. Hell is when you see the sick cosmic joke of it all. There is only one entity in existence hiding from the fact in an attempt to feel valid, to feel as if there is a point, to feel love, to feel anything at all, quite frankly. This is the story of God and the need for creating a world of plurality. So when I say that the core is hell, I'm not joking. I never think that because it is the truth or God that it cannot be that bad. I could get really graphic if you like. I could explain how a wonderful experience in this world, such as falling in love, reduces down to a lonely man who dresses up as a woman so that he can imagine that there's someone else to love and make love to. And yet it's kind of a weird masturbation driven from such solitary despair. I could explain how you realize that your mother is your wife. There's only one entity in existence, and yes, but it was you all the time. God, a bisexual, incestual transvestite with no friends, dressed in makeup, playing with itself, my hero. That's just part of it, and the cowardice is horrendous. You see, any coward can fight. Fighting is a fear of reaction. Even in war, you may never have to face the consequences of the situation. You're fit and able as you charge bravely into the enemy lines. If you survive, you're a hero. If you die, you're a hero. How brave you were, and they all saw you, they may sing songs about you. If you die, you won't know much about it. If you live, you will be made. Best jump far, don't want to get stuck in the middle. You know, get your legs and half of your face blown off, and then have to live like that, waiting to die really. Best jump far, be the hero. But not in the core. There is no death, no release. And you do start out trying to be brave, but then gradually it dismantles you. As I've said, from that perspective, you've never really actually did anything, so all your triumphs are nothing but embarrassing fantasies. You told yourself a story and made yourself the hero. How vain is that? In fact, it's worse. Especially when you look back at all the times you failed. You're such a loser, you can't even be the star of your own fantasy. Pathetic. You can't fight the core. There's nothing to fight. You can't fight the truth. You can't bravely attack and be killed in the attempt. And oh, how you wish for death. Well, until you're drawn so deep that there is no future, no next moment, so how can anything ever change? How can you die? No one will understand, but they need to try to see this. That will balance the whole for a while. In the acceptance of the cyclical nature, we can all move forward and be grateful for what we have. We will value and protect what we have. In real terms, I am saying that we will not stand for this so-called life. And there's no need to be embarrassed if we fall down, whoever stands all the time. It does not mean you're weak, it means you're real. Life, our dream, our fantasy, just look at it, it's a bloody nightmare. Yeah, because we fell. So do you see the future now? It's simple. There's the positive, there's the light revealed in this darkness, The war will soon be over. The kingdom will come, and I sure wish it could last forever. It's so bittersweet.